right, now here to lead us through our burning bowl and white stone ceremony is our very own co-founder and really delightful person and somebody who gives me inspiration and wisdom, and that's Therese Solimeno.
Am I good? Am I good, Joe? I promise this is water. I mean, I know it is New Year's and everything, but all right, so you guys can relax with the papers for a second. As most of you probably know, my day job is working as an event manager, a corporate event manager, and I go to various conferences and trade shows. And one of the perks of that job is I get to hear some pretty interesting speakers, some well-known people as well as well-known in their field. But in this particular case, back in October, I was at a conference in Chicago and Oprah Winfrey was the speaker. And it was lovely because she didn't give a speech. She was in a chair across from an interviewer and it was a question and answer. And she talked about how when she first got into broadcasting, news broadcasting, interviewing, whatever her aspiration was, she thought she wanted to be Barbara Walters. So her first job, she was somewhat imitating Barbara Walters. And she thought Barbara Walters acted a certain way and appeared a certain way. And, you know, so anyway, she said she was doing a news story and she was reading the prompter and she was talking about a story that was happening in a country to our north called Canada. And when she realized that she had been on automatic pilot and didn't quite pronounce that, she kind of laughed and she made a joke and on air. And afterwards, her producer came to her and said, "That was the most relaxed I've seen you ever in front of a camera." And she realized that she wasn't Barbara Walters, she was Oprah Winfrey, and that meant certain things in terms of her personality. So when she went on to do her individual talk show, she said she was resolved to be more authentic. And even in her authenticity, she had to learn as she developed over the years doing her job that for which we all know her, that it became not just about interviewing people and stories that were possibly interesting. She wanted them to have purpose. She decided that everything that she was going to present to the public had to have some kind of purpose. And one of the examples she gave was there had been some really sad story about a young woman that was killed. And I don't remember personally what the circumstances were as to why that was a notable story, but she had this woman's mother on the show. And her habit at that point, Oprah's habit, was to interview all of her guests before they went on air and ask them, "What is your purpose in being here?" And Mom's purpose was to let everybody know what a wonderful daughter she was, what a great person she was. She didn't want to focus on how she died or the circumstances of that. She wanted to talk about how she lived. And so Oprah's ultimate message to the crowd that was there, and it was a big financial services company, so it may seem a little disjointed, but it was all about being authentic, being authentically yourself. And that's what this ceremony is about. It's to continue on the evolution, because it is an evolution, of becoming our authentic self. And I'm reminded of, there's a quote that's attributed to Michelangelo in talking about how he sculpted David. He said, "I created a vision of David in my mind, and then I just carved away all the marble that wasn't David." So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do it in two parts. You're going to imagine what is within this marble that you've come onto this earth from. And over the years, hopefully we've chipped away at some of the things within ourselves that aren't authentically Therese or authentically Bob or authentically Brian or whoever that is. And then we're going to come up with a word or a phrase that describes who that person is going to strive to be in 2026. So, and I love that image of it's already in there. We're just chipping away at the stuff that isn't really you anymore. So we're going to start with the burning bowl. It's traditionally been in an actual fire, but you know, buildings being what they are, we're going to do it with dissolving paper, and it still has that same transformative effect. So what you want to do, we're going to take a minute, and we're going to release what no longer serves you up to this point. It can be an attitude, it can be a behavior, it can be a fear, it can be anything that comes to mind, and we're going to take a couple minutes for you to go in and really hold that space and see what comes. And by the way, it's not just one thing. You have this entire piece of paper on the back side to just write out anything that it's just, you're done with it, you don't need it anymore, we're going to clean out your cosmic closets. So let's start there by recognizing that we are now, as always, in the presence of pure being. And we are immersed in life and love and wisdom. And in this infinite wisdom, we now erase our human limitations. And from this pure substance of love, we bring into manifestation into our world according to whatever our individual inspiration may be. The process of releasing begins with forgiveness of all injury, both real and imagined. We recall the truth that we are spirit, perfect, holy, and harmonious, and that nothing can hurt us or make us sick or afraid, because our faith is in ourselves and in that which we call within us God, the divine, nature, whatever is the driving force that we see is within us. And that force can never be sick or hurt or afraid. So if you need to, close your eyes and just take a few deep breaths to center yourselves. And we're going to imagine this nice, warm, inspiring light surrounding each and every one of us, helping us focus on those things that we need to release. And this light is bringing us clarity and peace and a resolve that we are good to let these things go. And you can take a few minutes to go ahead and write those down. And when you are ready, feel free on your own to come up and put the paper in the water. I bet that water's getting awfully hot just about now. I'm going to say an affirmation and then we can sing the I release and let go song. Yeah, because that won't take long either. Everybody feeling lighter? All right, how are we doing? Is there anyone else? Oh, here Donna's coming up. That's good. Come on up. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to have those of you who choose to please stand up because we are going to be led to a song to close out this part. And but we're going to say an affirmation together. I am free from the past. Say, I am free from the past. The mistakes of the past. The mistakes of the past. And the results of past mistakes. As I continue, I know the truth, and the truth sets me free. As I continue, I know the truth, and the truth sets me free. Okay, Jen and Nina are going to lead us in this song. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. All right, so now that we have released some of the marble, we want to focus our attention on what our goal for the upcoming year is going to be. Now, we try to synthesize this into a word, but it could be two short words. 1 year I did this, and it was actually quite opening. The word that first popped into my head was love. I thought, okay, I can write that on a stone. And then in the second layer, it was unconditional love. Whew. And I kind of went, okay, I'm going to try that for a year. And it was really interesting, to, especially with my work and me. It's, you know. So anyway, we're gonna give you enough time to settle on hopefully one thought. You know, doesn't mean there's not room for the next year for other things to come along and be part of your evolution. But the stone is for you to carry around with you and be a reminder. You carry it in your pocket, your purse, your car, and for you to look at whenever you need a reminder of of what your subconscious and inner Christ mind is telling you to focus on. I will mention too that there was the whole idea of a white stone was that prisoners who got out of jail in biblical times were given the white stone as a symbol that they have a fresh start. So in some ways we are releasing from our own prison and moving on to something that is something new and exciting and beneficial for us. So again, let's close your eyes if you like and give some thought to a word or short phrase that can fit on a white stone that will help remind you of what your goals and aspirations are focused on for the next year. And those of you on Zoom, since you don't have a white stone yet, if you have a nice little piece of paper that you can draw that on, then when Brian gets you your white stone, you can just transfer that to there. And when you're ready, feel free to write that word on your stone. And as you're doing that, I'm going to read a little bit of... So this is a sign of my clean slate. Whatever has gone on in the past, I let it go. This is a sign of my ability in this moment to live in this new beginning. This is a moment in which I know I am free from all that has bound me. Every time I look at my white stone, I realize that I have the gift of choice, the gift to live differently, to live a more fulfilling life, to begin again, to connect with God and co-create with God. You can use a pencil, and there are markers on the way out if you want to write it in a marker. Okay, how's everybody doing? Anybody still waiting to come up with a word, or everybody good? Okay, so let's stand again, please. We're going to say one more affirmation, and then Jan and Nina are going to lead us in one more song. All right, hold the stone in your hand. And let's say this together. I have released the old and welcomed the new.
I have released the old and welcomed the new.
I move forward with an open heart.
I move forward with an open heart,
A clear mind.
a clear mind,
And a renewed spirit.
And a renewed spirit.
And so it is.
And so it is. Unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free and unlimited right now, right now. I am free and unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free and
We are free, we are unlimited.